aus dem Tempodrom in Berlin. Der erste Spieler bestreitet heute Abend das größte Match seiner Karriere. Zum ersten Mal steht er in der Vorschlussrunde eines Ranglistenturnieres. Bitte begrüßen Sie den ehemaligen U21-Weltmeister. Begrüßen Sie Sam Craigie. Sein Gegner ist das Maß aller Dinge in dieser Saison. Der mit Abstand erfolgreichste Spieler dieser Saison. 3 Titel hat er schon geholt. 6-mal stand er schon im Finale. Meine Damen und Herren, da steht er bereit. Judd Trump.
The two players got. Sam Craigie had to start out in Sheffield the week before Christmas. I can tell you it wasn't like this in the qualifiers, but he's made it through to take on Judd Trump for a place in the final.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. See, first frame. Judd Trump to break.
Judd Trump appearing in his 60th world ranking event semi-final against Sam Craigie, featuring in his first. Si Jiahui awaits in the final of the German Masters. Sam Craigie superb last night in dispatching the defending champion Ali Carter. Trump a little fortunate to have him in behind the yellow already. Trump, of course, beat John Higgins, has played well all week, has got better all week. He's the man with the experience. I guess a lot of this will be on how quickly Sam Craigie settles, because this is the biggest match of his career, isn't it? It's his first semi-final. It's in a packed arena here in Berlin with a big prize on the line. But Alan, he's got every reason to believe he can do it, because he's here, as of right, he's beaten the defending champion, and he seems to have some confidence. He was saying he lacked a little bit of self-belief. Things seem to have changed for him.
Yes, absolutely they have. And what a place to play your maiden semi-final. It's been a long time coming, and I'm so pleased for Sam Craigie that he's there, just one step away from what would be an incredible final, wouldn't it, against Si Jiahui. Breaking new ground, getting to this stage, it's great to see, and fulfilling some of the potential that we've all known about for years and years. He came through the junior ranks with people like Judd and Anthony McGill and a whole host of players. It's good to see him fulfill some of it, some of that promise. Let's hope he has a good night tonight.
You may remember at the World Championship 2 years ago, Trump found himself in the semis with, well, the Holy Trinity, really, O'Sullivan, Williams and Higgins. Coming in today, though, he's actually the oldest semi-finalist. Sam Craigie, 30 years of age, from Wallsend in the northeast of England. Yeah, he's always been regarded as a great talent. I think he was saying he'd heard that from other people and didn't quite believe it himself, but last couple of months things have changed.
Oh, miss.
Caught the brown there.
Judd Trump 4. Yeah.
It's going to go back. Marcel Eckhart in charge this evening. Yeah, he's with Chris Henry, who's well known on the circuit, and also has been having something called rapid transformational therapy. It involves hypnotherapy. It's a way of trying to instill some positivity, get rid of anxiety and negative thoughts. And he was talking about that last night after beating Carter and saying what a difference it's made.
Just have a look for me, please.
Yeah, it's quite a tricky replacement, this, but he could definitely get a thin edge of the red. So whatever Sam is comfortable with, that's fine. Yeah, it looks very good, actually.
Foul and a miss. Judd trump 4.
Well, it was a few millimetres one way the first time, and then slight over-conversation, someone getting a bit excited.
It was the first and only time, thanks, sir.
Going a bit early with the shouting out. But what a terrific atmosphere as they walked out there, you know. I mean, Sam Craigie played at the Crucible, of course. It's a short walk, isn't it, into that wonderful arena. That really was something from up on the balcony.
Just another look, please.
Yes, it'll take him a bit of time to settle. Obviously, kind of made his mind up that perhaps he can't get through to a thin edge plain ball. It's very classy, and we expect nothing less, but from our snooker players, you see, he doesn't want to steal half of a millimetre and be able to just clip the red no problem. He doesn't want to do that because he'll carry it for the rest of the match. So he'd rather play a more difficult shot. Brilliant, well done. Very classy.
Head-to-head favours Trump 2 wins to 1. Craigie's win came in the World Open qualifying round, 5-0 back in 2017. Trump trying to get in early and impose himself. Didn't quite happen. It's only 4 years between them in age, but obviously he's got all the experience of the big occasion. He's won this tournament twice.
One. Six.
Well, he didn't get on the red, but he still potted the blue. Gives him the opportunity to play what he hopes will be an effective safety.
Sam Craigie. 6.
Different sort of match for Trump. Yesterday he played Higgins, another multi-champion, and someone he's had a lot of meetings with. He knows his favourite tonight, but that doesn't mean anything. He's got to get to 6.
Yeah, the onus is going to be on Judd to get the game opened up. I mean, Sam, he's not slow, but he's not one of the quicker players on tour. He's just nice and steady, so I think we'll get a few longish frames anyway. And Judd, let's say the onus is a wee bit on him to be that bit more dynamic. That was a poor shot, wasn't it, right, Sam? He's been so good at this mid-range, mid to long range Judd all week.
One.
But he decided the percentage play was the better choice, and you can't blame him. What a stunning pot that was. Decent chance.
7 centuries he's made in the 5 matches he's played so far.
Free.
And this is his 7th semi-final from 10 ranking events he's competed in this season. Of course, he's won 3. He was runner-up in the last one, the World Grand Prix, to Ronnie O'Sullivan.
4.
Yeah, of course, the table's been recovered overnight.
The doors were open, that's one. 10.
Seems to feel it's a bit cold.
$11. $14.
Kind of learned the other evening with Judd that never say never with him. You think it's end of break and he comes up with something plant here. This is a tough one. That was a toughie. Good cue ball, but I don't think he's got the cover he was after.
14.
Yeah, it's all about the pot, really, that one. He's thinking probably more about, can I get on a colour? And you just take your eye off it. It wasn't all that easy being welded to the baulk cushion.
1.
But he can't be gifting Judd chances like this.
.20 here at the Temperdome. He beat Neil Robertson in the final. He defended the title, but of course it was in Milton Keynes in 2021 because of the pandemic.
8.
I think like most players, and Trump is no different. He responds to good atmosphere. Got a good record at the Waterfront Hall, hasn't he, in Belfast, which is always terrific atmosphere.
14. 15.
I feel good about that shot because he did have that concern earlier, didn't he, about maybe it's a bit cold, the bedcloth not feeling
21.
as warm as maybe his previous matches. Played that nicely and sort of puts that to bed.
22.
So he can now get on with the job. It was beautifully struck. Still quite a bit to do though. To get on one of these reds.
28.
If there's nothing on to left corner, then he's got to promote one of them.
$29.
Now there must be something on to left corner.
$35. $36.
This time he's going to have to call on his almost unlimited reserves of cue power.
$42.
Yeah, just didn't quite develop one, just needed to get on one there, and it should have been his frame.
Judd Trump, 42.
So he leads by 58. That one shot opening everything up, which of course Craigie needed. Black now available.
Concerned for reason. He won a frame not dissimilar against John. That went a long way to deciding the outcome of the match. Getting the better of it 5-2. Needs a bit of help here. He's had quite a lot. Well, Trump has had a go at a couple of long ones without success. But he crunches that one in. And, well, I was going to say any colour will do. The cue ball's kept running. You could take the brown to the middle. 59 in front as it stands, 59 on. Obviously, the extra 4 points. Craigie needs a snooker. In it goes.
Five.
It's early days yet. I think the the interesting thing will be if Craigie, say in the next frame, gets a straightforward opening, how far will he get? Because it's a massive occasion, of course. He can get in and start to reproduce what he did last night. He has a major chance here to reach his first final.
Blue ball. $11. $11 on the first frame.
So Judd Trump takes the opening frame. It's best of 11 for a place in the final of the German Masters tomorrow. Judd Trump leads Sam Craigie 1-0. Judd Trump leads Sam Craigie 1-0 in the second semi-final here at the German Masters.
Sam Craigie to break.
And congratulations to Si Jiawei, who from 2-0 down put together a fantastic burst of 5 frames, played terrifically well, and eventually saw off Kyron Wilson 6-3 to reach his first final.
Yeah, Judd really does excel in the safety department, as we know, but also the fact that he rarely makes a bad mistake in catching a red on the way back, anything like that. So Sam's going to have to hang tough on that score. You know, things like this. Don't catch the pink, don't catch the blue on the way back up. He's so consistent, Judd, isn't he? At this business, keeping the pressure on, good quality as ever. I was saying about Judd being a contemporary of Sam. It was actually more his older brother, Stephen, who was a professional at 3 years older than Sam, just a year younger than Judd. He came through with Judd Trump, Lazowski, all those young guns at the time. One of them actually was Anthony McGill. Stephen, Sam's older brother, he beat Anthony McGill in the European Under-18 final.
Yeah, the Craigie brothers, they actually, quite an interesting story. They got a full-size table from the local police because there was a police club and it was closing down and there was a table in it. So the word went out, does anyone want it? And their dad built an extension in the home to put the table in. So now obviously looking, I guess, for an arresting performance this evening.
Boom, boom.
He was certainly very successful as an amateur. He won the English national title at all the age levels. did Craigie. He won the World Under-21 Championship in 2010. He's been off the tour a couple of times though. Dropped off actually in 2018, although he got back on immediately through Q School. It is different in the professional ranks. Obviously, the other players are better, but also it's your profession. Suddenly, this is how you have to put food on the table. And we know the strength in depth is such that you can play really good stuff early in tournaments and still not make it through.
Eyeballing one here. Good thing is it's a natural back to balk with a cue ball. So dangerous.
1.
I think the yellow's doable, but it's a bit thinner than it looks on screen.
It's one of those, isn't it, yesterday that might have held up on the sort of cloth that has been a bit worn, but it's a new one.
Judd Trump 1.
So playing the snooker.
Süßigkeiten bitte weg, ja? Danke.
Other problem, I think, for Sam tonight. Gone are the days, or gone are the seasons, actually, maybe a couple of seasons ago, when Judd was thrown in quite a lot of ordinary performances. He's not doing that very often these days. You get the very odd, you get the odd one, of course you do, with any player, but he's reached a stage of the season where he's got that much volume of good work behind him. He's going to always play to a certain level, you feel. And a bag full of trophies in the all tucked away as well. That takes a bit of pressure off you for the real business end of the season that we're getting into.
So this is what I was saying. When Craigie gets an opening, what can he do with it? He wasn't punished there.
One.
It's a chance to get some table time, if nothing else here.
Seven. Eight.
That's not good. All right, you can play a little holding
14.
Cannon maybe on a red. Yeah, just
15.
hold it so he's okay, but you've got to get tuned in better than that. That was half loose, that last positional shot by Sam. Can't afford it. There's another. Yeah, just his cue ball wasn't
21.
pristine there, the way Judd's has been. You lose it once, you start chasing your tail eventually. You throw in a bad mistake, can he recover?
22.
Yeah, it's a good pot, but he shouldn't be on a baulk colour. He should be down there around the pink spot, getting busy. Yeah, that'll do nicely, providing this red falls. If it does, he should win the frame. Big shot, this.
26.
I know it's still quite early, but you know, you get the point. There's plenty of reds in the open for him.
Yeah, Trump would have observed how it was
32.
starting to go wrong, and that's why it's an important visit, isn't it? Just to show Trump, yeah, I am feeling good tonight, and I might play as well as I did last night. And you don't intimidate me.
33. $39. $40.
Yeah, a round of applause, but I quite honestly don't know why he's getting involved with the black. This can go wrong. Plenty of reds he had in the open to win the frame just with the use of pink, so it's far from a done deal.
$47.
You see, it's a wee bit awkward down here, isn't it? I think it was wise to mess with these reds near the end cushion. There was a couple in the open that he should have been feasting on. Ready to pounce if a mistake comes.
Craigie, 47.
He just played himself into trouble, and it could be very costly. Open the black up, and he only leads by 46.
One.
It's why shot selection is so important. The higher the level you go, this being the very highest level, obviously. It's so important. I just think he made the wrong move. There's a kind of rule in snooker, I think, that Don't
6.
play a shot unless you have to. He didn't have to get involved with the black. So don't.
Seven. Thirteen. 14. 14.
For once this week, he's missed a fairly straightforward one.
One. Eight.
Yeah, this was it. Red and the colour needed by Craigie. Big reprieve for him.
9.
Well, it might settle him. Just getting a frame on the board.
16. 17.
'On another day,
24.
loses that frame and his confidence takes a serious knock, but he can forget about how it went wrong for him because he wasn't
Sam
punished.
Craigie.
And Sam Craigie playing, remember, in his first ranking event semi-final this evening, has got himself on the scoreboard. First to 6 to play Si Wei on Sunday. Judd Trump with Sam Craigie, a level at 1 each. Trump and Sam Craigie 1 each here in Berlin this evening. Second semi-final of the German Masters. Final tomorrow, best of 19. Carries an £80,000 first prize.
Worth noting, I think you can see a red full ball there. Not physically, but the width of the pack of reds,
Foul.
the one
And
at
a
the
miss.
back of it, if the others weren't there, I think you could see it full ball, and that counts as effectively. You can see it full ball. Marcel would have been all over that. Sometimes it's an odd one. That red, the one that's just the very right of the pack, if the others aren't there, then he can see the red full ball. If indeed he can, I'm not quite sure. But the point is, you know, I think it is the case. It's very, very close. But it's going to be crucial if Sam misses again, because he will be warned.
Yeah.
And he might not know the rule because I don't think everyone does. Anyway, let's hope he hits one this time.
Well, it's slightly overcompensated, but first glance, it's okay. Yeah, like you say, Marcel Eckhart certainly would have done. Great referee.
Yeah, it's a sort of quirk in the rules, that one, isn't it? You know, you can't physically hit a red full ball, but you have a target that's the width of a full ball. Anyway.
Well, I said okay, but he's lining up a plant.
One.
Yeah, from memory, I think Trump won a frame like that in the World Open final. Tepchara Nu had the sort of similar thing, and he lost a frame on that rule.
Yeah, there's an argument for it not to be the case because you physically can't hit a red full ball. So would he, you know, it is quite a curious one.
Seven.
It's a bit like a red that John Higgins missed against Judd, isn't it? And it cost him dearly. Judd not being tempted, I think, wisely. Cover the right half of the bunch, and it's quite an effective shot, that. Well played. One of those places, actually, I wish I had a ticket myself. Nice Frankfurter or something before the game, and a glass of Glühwein, something like that. Yeah, what a night to have a ticket.
Yeah, just caught the knuckle of the middle pocket. It's left this opening red. It's early days yet, but Trump's safety is rated at 100% and Craigie at 63, so big difference.
One.
Yeah, I think the extension from 5 days to 7 and more players at the venue has been a great success. It's meant that players such as Trump, top 8 seeded through. He wasn't here last year. Mark Davis beat him in qualifying. See more players and, of course, more days of action for the fans here. But always when we get to, we said right at the start of the week, when we get to this weekend, it really does become something very, very special. And that's why that picture there.
7.
So respectful, aren't they, as well?
14.
Always the case out in Germany. Quiet as a church mouse in there, a lot of them. Brilliant.
15.
And then, of course, when they get rewarded by these guys, the roof comes off the place. It's brilliant. Exactly what you want. That was clever.
20.
Being a left-hander. Easy
21.
access to the black. Yeah, I guess getting rid of that right-hand red is going to be the key to it. That's gone. They're all there for him.
$28. 29.
Attempting to reach a 43rd ranking final. Of course, he's been winner of 3, runner-up in 2 this season in ranking events, plus the champion of champions. So it would be his 7th final of the season.
36. 37.
'It was long bridging.
Judge on 37.
It was a bit awkward. His bridge hand was hampered fractionally by the, see the red there? But he still shouldn't have missed it. Black off the spot in the last frame, likewise here. Now then, Sam.
Eight. Nine. $16. $17.
How well did he play that? Now he's got an easy cannon. The red on the right, if he can cannon it half ball on the right of it. He did. Oh, he's perfect. All right, there's a red on the cushion or near it, but that was a gorgeous shot.
24. $25.
Seemed to turn a bit of a corner at the Scottish Open just towards the end of last year. He was 3-0 down to Mark Williams, 1-4-3. Outstanding performance. And then the week after, it was the pre-qualifier for this. Of course, that Scottish Open was won by another Northeast snooker player, Gary Wilson. Craigie's from Wallsend, nearby.
$31. $38.
It's a basic error. Shouldn't have been flirting with the cannon on the red. So, barring a cross double, it's end of break. But you've got to hold firm here. You're back in the frame. So where temperament and all that comes in handy. Is he playing the cross double? He did. Double kiss though.
Sam Craigie, 38.
Yeah, he sort of half held his hand up. That could have gone badly wrong, actually. So, dramatic frame, 10 points in it.
Yeah, take that. Yeah, the one thing he's got to do is just play the one on its own. The right hand red, that's the target. You're not bound to leave the other two. So it's the single red. Hit it. And then say a little prayer.
Foul and a miss. Judd trump, 5.
Yeah, here's a decision. Problem is, he'll pot this 8 or 9 out of 10, so he really should play it if you think of it in those terms, but he was hoping for something better.
It's amazing, isn't it? If Craigie had hit a red and left that red on, Trump probably would have potted it, but it's just that nagging doubt in his mind, should I actually be playing it? And he hasn't potted it.
Yeah, you want something easier, don't you? It just didn't happen. Terrific shot, got to run. Very nice indeed. Now, what's he got in terms of the reds? Both obviously onto either far corner. That might be the only play without a cannon. Here's the biggest shot of the match coming up right here and now. If he pots this, he should win the frame.
Nine.
Well, it's only frame 3, but listen to that. Crowd recognising the quality of the shot, the importance of it. And if they were here yesterday, they'd have seen Trump play very, very well against Higgins. He's not quite at that level yet. He made a couple of errors that he wasn't making yesterday. Just providing Craigie with a couple of opportunities.
$17.
Oh, Sam. Oh, that was an awful one. He's got to try and force the cue ball back up there for green or brown, and obviously blue's there as well. But green ball, why he's playing on the black, I honestly have no idea. I know he was just off straight, but he could still have gotten on the green. Judd Trump is going to get back to the table.
23. Craigie, 23.
Yeah, it made a difference. Trump just catching the knuckles of the knuckle of the middle pocket. Could have been in behind the blue. He left the chance for Craigie to play that shot.
This is very awkward indeed. Safety shot wise, there's not a lot on offer. He might end up having to take the pot on.
Well, it's not the green on the cushion, so that's here. Tense old business, isn't it, this frame? You see, if the green had been on its spot, that would have been all right, but it's not.
Oh, Sam.
Foul.
Wow.
Sam Craigie 2. Judd Trump 4.
It's easy sitting here and people in the crowd and you at home watching this, but really you've got to question, why is he even making that a remote possibility of going in off? He just shouldn't be playing it, not leaving the green there, obviously. Now then, yeah, this will be a blow if Judd clears, which he should do, no problem.
7.
It's felt like a decider, if anything. Craigie had a couple of really good chances earlier, and his problem is that the few errors Trump's been making, they might be ironed out as the evening goes on.
12.
Because he's the man with the experience of these big matches. In off a big moment. Judd Trump seizing on it to go back in front. Dramatic frame for sure. Sam Craigie has to stay positive. It's Judd Trump who's taken the lead. We've got one more frame before the mid-session interval. So a very dramatic third frame has gone to Judd Trump.
Thank you,
His best of 11 frame semi-final at the Tempodrome this evening. 2-1 he leads. Sam Craigie. And of course today, out in Albania, they've started the World Snooker Federation Championship, which will be a tour qualifier for all the best amateurs around the world. Tony Knowles is playing in it, actually. The great Tony Knowles, former world number 2. Still loves playing into his 60s. Still talks a good game as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, a very good game. Good to see big TK out there.
One.
Yeah, worth another look. Great pot. I don't think even Judd can keep the break going from here. No value really, I don't think, in potting the black to left centre, bar the 7 points. He might do. Yeah, really nice spot that, isn't it, out in Golem, Albania. That festival of snooker going on, the championships, the junior, the main event, the women's.
Eight.
And congratulations again to Bulshu Revez from Hungary. Be good to see him on the main tour next season.
Judd Trump 8.
Yeah, he won the junior title yesterday. First pro he will be from Hungary, so huge for that part of the world. Well, he didn't win the last frame, as we know, Craigie, but what's not happened is what maybe could have happened, which is that Trump goes off into the distance early on. That sometimes does happen with a really accomplished winner of tournaments playing someone into what you would regard as the biggest match they've played, but it's not happened. He has made mistakes. So even though, okay, Craigie didn't win that last frame. He can hold on to that. There's been no breaks to speak of. 42's Trump's highest break. His pot success down at 84%.
Touching ball, bottom right.
This was the in-off, though, in frame 3 that cost him. He actually knew immediately. Didn't need to look at the pocket. I think he knew that was it immediately. That's quite a weak safety shot. That open play there. It's a bad mistake to make in almost any company on the professional tour, but certainly against Judd. You can't be leaving that red in the open. There was no need for it. Now, does he pull the trigger on the pack of reds? It's the absolute optimum angle. Tends not to do that these days. Ooh. Well, missing the odd one.
Shot trump 1.
Sam getting some encouragement. Well, yesterday he made very, very few elementary errors. Hardly any at all, actually. I mean, John Higgins only really made one, didn't he? Missed that red. That was sort of elementary, but tonight Trump, yeah, pot success down at 83% now.
One.
Well, it was a big target, but I guess ultimately not big enough there.
Sam Craigie, 5.
He's just making the odd safety mistake. That was another one. Whether Judd will make good in it, we don't know, but he just can't be leaving these reds out in the open. Got to be a bit tighter than that against Judd. He's got almost limitless power. Get the cue ball back to ball. It was a free shot, wasn't it? Now is there a plant on? Yeah. Outside chance. I was just going to say, you can't be flirting with the brown playing this safety shot. I know I'm nitpicking, but again, against Judd, eventually you're going to get tagged. He's got to be tighter with his safety, Sam.
One. Six. Judd Trump 6.
It's not quite happening for Trump this evening. Got him with a good red, yes, but again, didn't come to much.
Looking for the same thing in behind pink.
A lot of this now is about attitude. It's easy to feel great if you're playing great. They're both struggling a bit. So it's about resolve and focus. Craigie's very much in this match, even though he's not playing as well as he did last night against Carter, because Trump isn't playing as well as he did yesterday against Higgins. There's the pot success. Trump down at 81%. No half-century breaks yet. Between them, they've made 10 centuries in the tournament.
Is there a gap there? I think there is.
One. Six. Seven.
Well, there was a slight noise there. Someone dropped something, I think, but no problem. Got great acoustics. It's a concert venue, Tempodrome. I was looking at some of the acts actually touring.
12.
Madness are here later in the year. Ronan Keating, Tom Jones.
$13. $18.
Yeah, I suppose these days it's not unusual for
19.
Judd Trump to be in the major final, but he's having to work for this tonight. He's having to try and summon something up.
$24. $25.
Thought for a split second.
30.
Overrun at the cue balls, just hung on for him. Bit of work to do. Desperately working on a way of back down onto these reds again. Yeah, it wasn't a sitter, but a healthy lead.
Judd Trump 30.
Missing the odd shot, but even though he is, he's got that match play thing down to a T these days. There's no great risk to an awful lot of shots that Judd plays. He kind of eliminates that side of it. As best he can. See, there it is again. Just don't do anything. Go on to the reds and wait for something better to come along. Been many of those tonight. Safety mistake. So difficult this to judge, to get just above the blue.
One.
What's
All that work for a measly three.
Thanks.
It's that old chestnut again, isn't it? Where the red's second to the right as we see it. I think you could see that full ball. You can actually play the pot. The one in the open, perhaps.
Four. Sam Craigie. Four.
Useful little lead of 36 with the balls where they are.
Yeah, that's very good. To keep that quality up, might be playing the pot here, Judd. Strange it seems in the left corner. Yeah, thin's always good. That's where the value was. Yeah, Sam's having to put in a right shift, isn't he, to try and develop this frame. Yeah, more good stuff. He's played all right, actually, I think. 2-1 behind, but the odd, maybe wrong move has been very costly. You know, the in-off being one, where he didn't have to play it. And that's a nice pick out by Judd, and he's going to get second prize, and it's going to be quite a serious one for Sam to deal with, because he's bound to leave one playing dead weight onto the reds. Even now thinking, is there a better move than the nasty place I'm going to leave him in behind the ping?
Shot Trump 1.
Worth a little perusal and just scoreboard check, all that stuff. Cover all the bases. So, tough to hit, and tougher, I think, even to get safe. I think it's actually one where he might have to gamble and play with some pace. I mean, just don't see a shot laying on to them. You're going to leave one.
Foul and a miss. Shot Trump 4. Mark it, please.
Yeah, so the green, brown and right middle pocket were in a straight line together. A little bit left of that and a bit nearer the green. This is the thing I've been I've been speaking to a couple of referees. This is a case in point I think they should be doing.
This direction, to the cushion.
When the cue ball misses the reds, you know that it's going to hit a colour and it's going to be a foul.
Going a little bit more.
I think actually referees these days should have a couple of small white discs. You go and stand where the brown is going to get moved from, and when it moves away you put a white disc down exactly where it was. Dead simple. Good hit. Yeah, not the worst.
One.
Yeah. Crowd know what's coming.
Shot Trump 1.
All bits and pieces stuff, isn't it? But the fact is, he's holding all the cards. He's 42 in front, 43 on. He's got to hit one. That's the first thing, and he can't leave one on. Otherwise, Trump's going to be 3-1 up at the interval. Well, he's done both. He's hit one and he hasn't left a pot on.
Yeah, just going back to that one, I've been suggesting to some of the referees, when the brown gets moved, you go and look at it as it's about to move, you put a white disc down, you're basically telling the player as well, which is a good thing. You're telling the player, I know where the brown was, so I'll worry about that. I'm in control of all that. You make your decision. It would quicken things up. No end, I think. Anyway, Sam has well, at the moment it looks an impossible task to win this frame. Got to keep at it though. Good shot, very good. Unlucky to leave the gap.
Yeah, of course, Craigie needs blacks with the reds, the blacks on the cushion, so it'll take some effort for sure. Especially now, because now he needs snookers. It's been hard fought, this match, this frame hard. Judd Trump's highest break's only 42, but his safety has been excellent, and that's been a big part of it. And he's surely going to go to the interval with a 2-frame advantage.
7. And the frame.
Indeed, Sam Craigie has seen enough of this frame. So it's not been the flowing, fluent snooker that we may have expected. That could still come, of course, tonight. Judd Trump has battled, and he holds the edge at the interval. Remember, it's 1st to 6 to take on Si Jiawei in the final here at the Tempodrome on Sunday. Judd Trump leads Sam Craigie at the interval by 3 frames to 1.
Thank you. Try to find your seats quickly now, please. It's the 5th frame. Judd Trump to break.
So Judd Trump to resume, leading 3-1. He's 3 frames away from yet another ranking final. He's playing Sam Craigie, who is appearing in his first ever semi-final. That 4th frame got a bit bogged down. It was half an hour with a high break of just 30, but Trump put it away. That's all it's about tonight, getting to 6 and setting up the final against Si Jiawei tomorrow. Hot success for Trump, down at 83%, Craigie at 90%. These stats only tell part of the story, of course. The high breaks, as I say, no half centuries yet. 42 Trump, 47 Craigie. Well, again, the cue ball, I mean, he's only just found the bault line. Nearly knocked the pink in, actually, but worse is really the white. Hasn't found the cushion. There's the safety. That has been significant. Trump 94% to Craigie's 70%. Trump unable to punish, though.
One.
A little smile. He was hoping to be on the pink. Can't get through to the green though, no problem.
Green ball. Shot trump 1. Foul. Shot trump 6.
He's had there is a golden one, isn't it? I mean, not only has he not left anything, or certainly nothing easy, it's actually quite, he's not in a heap of trouble, but you've got to come up with something quite substantial here, Sam. This is a horrible piece of cueing. So difficult. Not only does Judd think about, obviously, the snooker in behind a baulk colour, he might not play, he might play the pot, but maybe a bit of bluff going on. He's pretending he was going to press there, maybe no intention of it. But he also thinks, see, he's trying to block the left cushion there for the twice across escape, those two reds on this end cushion. He always thinks, what shot am I leaving? What shot is Sam going to play? Just missed the blue on the high side.
All in a miss. Shot jump 4.
Oh, that's a huge mistake, because no problem getting the black into the open. If he plays this correctly and it works out, it could be a chance to put together a decent number tonight, for the first time tonight, should I say. But has he gone far enough to be comfortable on the black? It must be very tight. Right behind it, no problem.
guess the question is, can Trump start to put something together? Can he threaten to pull away?
8.
Having a good look at the black at now back in position. Very tight there, isn't it?
Nine.
It looks no problem, but then you've got to take into consideration the camera lens isn't on the level of the table, so there's not as much room as it appears on that screen. The lower you go, the tighter it would get, wouldn't it? You think about it, but the fact that it just about did and it's been dispatched, it's now a proper chance.
Seventeen.
Not the best shot he's ever played. Oh, stop it. Stop it. The cue ball actually started that going in bulk. Across the way, up the way. And eventually found a cannon on the reds below the pink spot. Unbelievable.
20.
What a shot. He was annoyed, wasn't he? There was almost a bit of frustration where he'd finished. He thought, no, I can actually rescue this. And boy, did he do it in style.
See that? The cue ball went up the way.
27.
Touch of the Alex Higgins blue about it as well, wasn't there? Is that a body
28.
English? What a shot.
So now, black on the spot, red's available, already 40 in front. Chance for 4-1. It's been a hard-fought match, this, but 4-1 is a great lead, obviously. 2 away from the final. All the pressure on Craigie. I think if Alex Higgins had ever played at the Temperdrome, they'd have to send off a new roof. Some of the shots he used to play would have dazzled the crowds.
36.
Just for a moment, it looked like that had gone wrong,
43.
but he's okay.
$44.
So this is, in fact, the first half century of the night.
51.
Trump, of course, the leading century break maker quite comfortably this season,
52.
64 and counting. Didn't make one yet. Played well against Higgins. Crowd applauding, frame ball. So that wonder shot on the yellow to get into the reds. Maybe the biggest shot so far tonight for Trump.
60. Yellow ball.
He'd love to make a century. It's by no means straightforward. Look where the last 3 reds are. But he'll do his best. Trying to get that one off.
63.
Well, stand back.
Yeah, it's the cross stubble and bring the other 2 reds out, perhaps. Or at least try
68.
to. Go on. Oh, what a pity.
Great effort, wasn't it? And a really good break that from Trump, 68. He's been battling tonight to find his best form. Maybe now it's arrived. He's 2 from the final. So Sam Craigie with it all to do. It's Judd Trump leading 4-1. 1 to Judd Trump,
frame 6.
who just made a 68, including an extraordinary shot from the yellow to get into the reds. He needs 2 more to take on Si Jiawei, who's of course appearing, whoever he plays, in his first ranking final tomorrow. Thinking, I mean, it's early yet because it's not till November, but the champion of champions is a bit threadbare for next season, isn't it? We've got Mark Allen, Ronnie O'Sullivan, Judd Trump, not yet in it, but Gary Wilson, of course, won the Scottish Open. That's one of the prizes, the additional spin-offs, and there are many, of course, for winning tournaments these days. The Players' Championship, that Players' Series as well. But Craigie won't be thinking about any of that now. He's playing an important frame here, trying to stay in touch.
One.
Yeah, nicely controlled deep drag. Cue ball holding it on its line for as long as he could and then killing the pace. So a chance for Sam at last around the pink and black spot with some reds in the open.
Yeah, I'm sure he will feel he absolutely has to make the most of this.
8.
At this stage, time's running out a little bit. And of course, if he were to break down where the bullseye, could hand Trump the chance for 5-1. This is where I guess the work that he's been doing on
9.
the mental side of the game is important in adversity. He said he kept reading other people saying how good he was, but he never quite believed it himself. And of course, belief is so vital in any sport, particularly one like snooker, where you're out there very much on your own. We saw him last season at the UK Championship. He got to the quarterfinals there. That was, until now,
16.
his best tournament.
17. $23. $24.
Yeah, I think he has a plan to the top of the pack, possibly. Oh, got it. Oh. Thank goodness for
29.
Sam's sake there that he didn't get a thicker contact. Would have been in the break, most likely. So, just the odd occasion losing his
30.
cue ball. There's another one. He's still okay, but he's just threatening to lose his cue ball just too often. Now, this could be the key shot. Looks like I can roll through a couple of cushions for the black, possibly.
35. $36.
Nicely struck. That's excellent. Perfectly played. Nice cannon on the 5. Should be on 1.
$43. $44.
That was a proper snooker
39.
shot, that. Very clever. Played it knowing that there were at least 3 reds that he could get on. Almost guaranteed to be on 1. Yeah, that's excellent. Good stuff, this.
Yeah, and things just changing a little. Trump made the 68. Craigie now already up to his highest break of the night. Wants to obviously push on, though. Give Trump something to think about in that seat. It was actually this time a rare safety error, really, the fact that he left that long red on.
$56. $57.
Sam Craigie's made 3 centuries this week, including a 142, which at the moment is joint top of the high breaks league with Jordan Brown, who made one in qualifying.
$63. $64.
So Trump looked like he was making his move, but Sam Craigie needs this black, and it looks like it's 4-2. Well, yeah, he's annoyed. He wanted another red. If he was on the next
71.
red, it's frame over for sure. So that's why he's frustrated there.
Sam Craigie, 71.
Good 71. Thought it was worth chancing the double. Trump, though, as you can see, playing on here, 67 on. Yeah, he's being very careful. He doesn't want, obviously, Trump to start clearing reds away. Take it down to the last red or even the colours.
Frame conceded. Sam Craigie wins the frame.
Judd Trump's seen enough. A sudden concession from him. So, Sam Craigie put together the highest break of the match so far, 71. To pull one back, Judd Trump still 2 away from the final, leading 4-2. Vision to win the 6th of a possible 11 frames here this evening at the Tempodrome. Still quite a lot of chatter. We're as guilty as anyone about the World Championship 2 months from now, but so much snooker in the calendar to come. Certainly for Trump, where he is, he gets basically the chance to play in everything. He's earned that chance, of course. In fact, he's due in the Championship League next week in Leicester. It's Welsh Open, Players' Championship. The new event in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. The World Open, where he'll be defending champion in Yushan. He'll be in the Tour Championship, and of course, he'll be at the Crucible.
Yeah, and I should imagine just the way he likes it, just the way he wants it. Busy times, hungry for more, and it could be, you know, still be arguably the best season of all time if he, you know, if he wins another 2 or 3 events and maybe lifts a world championship, then it would be up there, wouldn't it?
Well, if he were to win this title tomorrow, and he's not in the final yet, but if he did, he would go just past 800,000 for the season in prize money, because that includes the bonus prize, of course, the 150,000 Bet Victor European bonus that he managed to pocket here this week. Still with some massive prizes to play for, not least the $500,000 at the World Championship.
Yeah, that was a tough shot, to be fair, but Judd is he's in complete control of this match at the moment. Sam did well that last frame, really nice break he made. But he hasn't been able to sustain the pressure for any length of time on Judd tonight.
Well, Trump watched as Craigie put together that good break in the last frame. So he'll be wary enough now. He knows he needs to do the business as well to get the match won. It's not going to be handed to him.
13. $14.
Yeah, so didn't land on red as intended. Just have to play the safety. Didn't make a meal of that. Give it the sort of the woe is me there. Just concentrating on what he's doing. Right now it's about getting to 6. Time, I guess, to really produce the goods would be tomorrow. And what a match it would be if Trump were to play Sijia Wei, whoever came through. It would be an exciting occasion.
I think often with plants you get an initial sort of instinct. Is it a good one or is it a bad one? This kind of feels on the bad side. There's a lot to do to make it. It's never easy to judge if you play it with lots of pace, which I suspect he might do. Here we go then. He's playing it. Oh, terrific shot. Well played, Sam Craigie. Yeah, no wonder the crowd enraptured by that one. Brilliant shot. Might that spark his evening?
Well, if he's here tomorrow night with that Brandon Parker trophy, this is where it really starts for him. That one shot. Got everything into play here. Can he now reap the benefits?
Six.
Just overcooked the cue ball. He's actually okay. He can reach it and hold for the black. To the same pocket if he has to. Got to brush up on his cue ball just marginally. He's making things quite awkward for himself, just a bit often.
Seven.
He sort of recovered the position, but then he missed the black.
7.
So got him with that terrific plan, got them all into play, but it only came in the end to 7 points. Yeah, you can see the frustration. I guess the only good news is he's not left Trump bang in as we reach the 2-hour mark.
has he got complete cover? I think he has. Badly needs the next chance in this match, doesn't he, Sam? 5-2 behind. Be a mammoth ask.
Trump's very good at that. You know, a lot of players would have let everyone know that they should have been on something there when they came to the table. He didn't do any of that. He just, okay, where can I try and get him in trouble? Just get on with the next shot instead of bemoaning what had happened. Such a vital point in this match, isn't it? 4-2 to Trump. He gets to 5-2. You certainly fancy him to get over the line, but 4-3, then we really do have a match on our hands. Vital because of where the balls are. Just look where the reds are here. Next chance could be the only chance needed, potentially, to win the frame for either player.
It's good work, but he has left a possibility. Certainly a shot to nothing.
Real standoff this 6 minutes since the last pot in this frame. Craigie looked like he had really had everything at his mercy with the plant, but scored just 7. And he's dodged a couple of bullets since then, not leaving Trump in.
Well, it was good, but will it be good enough? Because hand on the bed of the cloth normally means he means dispatch. Oh, wow. Well, I feel for Sam now. I really feel for Sam, because look at the leave as well that Judd has got. What a fluke.
Yeah, but it will be on a colour anyway, but I mean, he's just landed on the pink into the bargain. Wow.
Yeah, as David said a few minutes ago, such a vital stage of the match for it to be potentially decided by. Such a huge slice of good fortune as well. It's unfortunate for everyone apart from Judd, but especially that fella right there. No joy, pal.
This is the strange thing about this game, isn't it? You know, he missed the pot. You know, in tennis, if you hit it into the net, you don't get a point for it. But he went in another pocket, and he will not feel guilty at all.
14.
Because plenty has gone against him in that regard over the years, of course. Trump in for a 5-2 lead.
Twenty-one. 22. 27. 28.
He's certainly not slow here, but he is, you can see, taking care of each shot because he's fully aware of the importance of the visit. .47 to the good, a couple more red colours.
33.
And he's going to be one from a meeting with Si Jiawei on Sunday.
34. 40. 41.
The fluke was massive, let's be honest. It really was, it got him in. And Sam Craigie is now in trouble. Having said that, of course, you can always scroll back in a frame. This was the fluke. It was significant, absolutely. But scroll back to when Sam Craigie nailed that plant. He had everything at his mercy. He only scored 7.
47.
So that was also significant.
Desperate to make a century, isn't he? Closing in. Maybe even at some stage this season on the magic number. But still he finds time to entertain. Don't hit the brown. No, it can't, can it?
56. 68.
Time for a bit of fun. Everyone's invited.
Well, I remember Neil Foulds put it best one time. He said, Judd Trump doesn't just make the cue ball talk, he makes it confess to unsolved crimes in the 1970s. The stuff he gets on that white is incredible.
75.
He's broken free here in this frame. It wouldn't dare go in. Well, it has done, so we'll never know what he would have done with the pink. But the main thing for Trump, he's now a frame from the final. That fluke was a big moment, make no mistake, but it's what you do with the luck. He made 75, and he leads Sam Craigie 5-2. Craigie now with it all to do.
Thank you. It's the 8th
So
frame.
5-2. Is there any way back for Sam Craigie?
Sam Craigie to break.
Remember, the player who will be facing one of these two in the final, Judd, in the first qualifying round back in the UK before Christmas, he was 4-0 down to Lou Harshen, and of course came through that, and he's waiting in the final.
To add to his tally tonight, but still time. As ever, 5-2 behind, reach that stage, the saloon doors are starting to swing shut. Can't afford any more mistakes. There's one. A decent opening. He's left for Judd once again.
One.
Well, who really knows where talent springs from? But one thing you also need is a good work ethic, and Trump's certainly got that. I mentioned yesterday, he actually enjoys practicing. You know, as some players get older, they don't, but he likes putting the work in. And it's all for tournaments like this and all the ones that he's been successful in the last few years. Chance to come home with the trophy.
No, absolutely dead set. Just wonder about the distance between the reds. Yeah, it's what, about maybe half a centimetre there. Sometimes that's about the distance where you can't manipulate it at all. Let's see. Oh, no problem. This time
11.
a little bit of payback perhaps for the fluke in the last frame. He's landed a bit of no man's land, but the fact that he got the pot, he's in control of the situation and can play a good safety shot, no problem at all.
Judd trump 11.
Well, he didn't get in tight to the yellow, so it's something of a reprieve that for Craigie. I mean, obviously, if he gets on a colour off the plant, it could be over. So, doubly so, really, even though he's still under it here.
Never did like the roll up from there behind the yellow because of the slate line that's about a ball and a half above that baulk line itself. He can just get thrown off line at a slow pace. There's another one sticking out for Judd. Playing the Graham Dot miscue.
Sam Craigie, 1.
Perfectly legal. There are a few players that do it, but I think Graham more so than anyone I've ever seen, that deliberate miscue shot.
Foul and a miss. Sam Craigie, 5.
There's no point really in having the cue ball replay this.
One. Free.
Oh, what a thumping pot. A thunderbolt. That was. Now, can he get on the black this time? Set up the chance. Don't want to waste such an incredible pot.
4.
Oh. He's very gifted with his opposite hand, but it's difficult bridging as much as anything. Thinks he might have flicked the red.
I didn't see it, but if you call a foul on yourself, fair enough. Sam Craigie, 4. Judd trump 7.
Yeah, very difficult to tell. Good on Sam, as usual, calling a foul on himself, even although it certainly wasn't obvious. Let's have a look. Yeah, it was actually a push. He hit the cue ball twice, wasn't it? That was the offence. I'd like to see that one again, actually. It was very unusual, wasn't it? Pretty sure he hit the cue ball twice. Here it is. Yeah, the tip kind of stays on it for quite a long time, doesn't it? Obviously that was in slow-mo, super slow-mo, but good call by Sam.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, obviously he's disappointed to Mr. Black, but still, you know, it's one of those that it's hard for the referee to see that, but immediately called it. And who knows, those points, you know, they may actually come into play later. Right now, the Black's over the pocket, though, so a little bit of a standoff. Tatiana Wollaston, by the way, will referee the final tomorrow.
Foul in the miss. Judd from 4. Yeah, Mike, can we bring that up, please?
Micah Kessler, the marker, just assisted.
Just a tiny fracture, Marcel. Just a little bit to me.
He was
and a bit to this side.
pretty close with his initial attempt.
Looks spot on the screen.
Yeah. Okay. Foul and a miss. Judge from 4.
Yeah, he's interested in the long red.
Big shot this, Black's over the pocket. Red's not in the pocket.
Just might play the double in the middle pocket.
One.
Yeah. Obvious value, and well, there'll be a lot of value if he can find his way onto a red from this.
Mine.
So back in the frame, he needs to reach what would be his 7th final all told this season. 6th in a ranking event. Of course, he was in the Champion of Champions final as well. Remarkable level of consistency.
16.
Because last season, he won the Masters last season, we must say that. One of our crown jewels, but for instance, he didn't get in the Tour Championship. He didn't have enough points.
17.
Lost first round at the Crucible. Wasn't talking about enjoying it, really, but things have turned around dramatically this season.
24. 25.
Okay, then the last chance you would feel for Sam is Judd not getting on a red. If this works out, he should be in the final. Yeah, perfectly acceptable.
32.
Sam Craigie doesn't want to hear right now that he's had a great week.
33.
Because he'd be disappointed that he couldn't quite replicate last night's wonderful performance against Ali Carter. But when he gets home in a few days' time, he will reflect on this wonderful experience and be hungry for more. Right now, he's just hoping something goes wrong in the next two shots. Because Trump needs one more red. And in it goes. This remarkable season of success continues for Trump. But he's not about reaching finals, he's about winning them, isn't he? Came up short in the last one, the World Grand Prix, a couple of weeks ago to Ronnie O'Sullivan.
44.
So will be determined to bring home the trophy for a third time
45.
At the German Masters tomorrow. And standing in his way, one of the most exciting young talents. Someone who is where Judd Trump was a decade ago, Si Jiahui, in his first
52.
ranking final. So it promises to be an unmissable day of snooker here in Berlin. And of course, the crowd will be here in huge numbers to enjoy it. It's always a special day,
60.
whoever's in the final, but I think tomorrow could be a classic,
61.
actually.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's got all the makings of a classic. We had pretty much a classic with Judd and Zhang An at the English Open.
65.
Well, Zhang led 7-3. That was a kind of new thing, a new deal. Zhang being in a final. But he's been around the block for a lot of years. Si Jiahui hasn't. So what 67. Are we going to get? Well, we can expect a classic,
70.
I think. Because Judd Trump, he hasn't played his absolute best tonight. Far from it, but it was all guts over glamour. But
74.
the glamour can wait till tomorrow, I suppose.
79.
Craigie looking for a quick getaway as Trump looks to produce another couple of wonder shots. There'll be time yet tomorrow for more, because Judd Trump is into his 7th final of the season. Huge cheers for him as Sam Craigie exits the stage. It was his first semi-final. It was hard-fought stuff earlier on. Trump pulled away after the interval. He'll play Si Jiahui in the final. He's the winner, 6-2.